Hey, what's up YouTube? Flint Rock Precision here. Gonna be going over the Sitka Boreal pants and bibs. Is it worth 1,300 bucks? I don't know, guess we'll have to find out. So, I will tell you, I am a big Sitka diehard fan. I like Sitka, but I'm also open-minded if Sitka makes something that is unnecessarily expensive. Do I think some of their things are overpriced? I do. Do I think some things are worth the money? I do. And this system, I'm gonna tell you if it's worth the money here in a minute, and I'm gonna let you guys make your decision based on what I tell you. So, I obviously have the jacket and the pants on right now. I'm gonna have to shed this here in a minute because this stuff is hot, but I'm gonna start off, let's start off with the hood, starting up high. So the hood, it comes over, pretty much you could tuck it almost over the brim of your hat. And as I turn my head, it rotates with me. I don't feel very much resistance until I get about right there. So I can figure about a 45-degree angle off of the front is what I can see, and then I can look all the way up and around. So basically a 45, no issues whatsoever. Even with this zipped all the way up, this will get up over your face pretty good. You got two draw cords, if I can find them here, that'll pull down and they'll cinch this entire hood down to your face. The only thing that's exposed is your nose and your eyes. So it's got great coverage there. The hood will kind of sit up on the back of your neck like so. I don't think these things were necessary, but it's a snap that kind of, I guess, drops the hood a little bit lower. If you can see this, there's like these snaps right here, and all this does is snaps up to there. I've never unsnapped them. As a matter of fact, being completely honest with you, I've had this system for 4 years now, and right before I did this video was the first time I ever saw them. So I guess I don't really know what they're for. If anybody else has any ideas, drop them in the comments below. I don't know. So anyhow, the zipper, well, I love when everybody goes, hey, it's got a YKK zipper, as does 99.9% of things. So it has a YKK zipper, guys. It's got an interior pocket on the inside here, pretty small. I'd say you could probably fit an iPhone in it, something like that. It's got some big pockets in here that you could shove neck gaiters, beanies, a hat, gloves, you know, whatever. Maybe you got your wading gloves or your decoy gloves and you want to shove them down in here for when you go to pick up decoys, you can do that. It's got one on each side. There's not another pocket on the inside here though. So let me zip this back up. It's got waterproof zippers, two waterproof zippers right here. It's got a magnetized pocket on this side over here. It's got your lanyard lanyard connectors for your calls that you can shove down into this pocket or this other inner pocket. It has them over here as well that you can shove down into this pocket, keep them out of the way. If you're bending over into the grass or the water, trying to keep them dry, you can do so. The front pockets are designed to be used for shotgun shells. So let me show you how that works. So basically all you do, put your shotgun shells down in here. This magnetizes up. So it stays up just by magnet. When you want it closed, it Velcros shut and it'll stay, you know, waterproof. It's rated, so if you don't want your shells to get wet, if you're out in the snow, the rain, whatever, hunting, you don't have to worry about stuff getting down there in the shells. You just Velcro it up and it magnetizes up. And then from there, you just reach in, you can grab your shells out. Works pretty good. So obviously one on each side. You got Kadura on the back end of the jacket. So the back end tapers down in the back to kind of cover up your ass end. As you notice on the pants, it's also got Kadura on it. But when I bend over, this jacket does not really come up at all. So as I sit down, this jacket stays pretty well tight on the back end. It does not ride, you know, it doesn't ride up on my back. So if I lift my arms up, if I'm shooting out here, no issues. It doesn't ride up enough where I'm gonna get any wind or moisture, you know, into my back area. So rubber cuffs, it's got rubber around the cuffs of the sleeves. So you can cinch these down pretty tight. I've actually reached down in for the decoy weights and whatnot into the water, and never had any issues with my long sleeves getting wet on these. Pants, 2 front pockets. They're like a quiet snap. I don't really know what that's for, to be honest with you. Maybe it's a corrosion thing, so they don't corrode together, which is a strong possibility, especially with it being out in the, out in the moisture a lot. These upper snaps on the actual flaps are the part that's rubber and the other part's metal. So these pockets are gusseted a little bit, so they kind of pull out to give you a little extra room. 2 waterproof pockets on the waist right here as well that zip up. You got side zips that zip all the way down. They go all the way to the ankle. And you could dump heat. So if you're out there and you're getting hot, you can just dump these down and kind of let some of your body heat out. I'm gonna keep them down for right now because I'm about to die in these things. When I'm out hunting, it's been anywhere from, I usually throw these on when it gets down to like the 15-degree range or under. And I've hunted as low as, I think this year, big cold front that we got in it, I had this suit or this outfit on when we went coyote hunting, and excuse me, I think it was negative 17, 18 degrees. And I'll be honest with you, I sat there for half an hour up against the rock wall calling for coyotes, and my eyelashes were freezing, but other than that, I was good to go. And all I had on was a pair of long john bottoms and long john top, and I was fine. I mean, these things are that warm. Now, if you're wanting something and you think, well, can I wear this in 30 degrees? If you're not walking very far and you're gonna be sitting and you wanna be able to dump a little bit of heat and you can utilize the system in the proper manner, I think you could do it. Anything above 30, I wouldn't recommend wearing this. You're gonna toast. You're gonna be so hot out there, it's just not even gonna be fun. Especially if you have to walk any distance. Unless you can pack your jacket in and then you wanna throw it on when you get there or something. I think it's gonna be way overkill for any of that. This system is for late winter hunting, but can be utilized, maybe in a little bit earlier season if you wanted to, if you wore it properly. So anyways, the whole seam of this zipper is all waterproof. I've sat in timber, I've sat in the wedges of trees on riverbanks. I've sat in water on banks in this with my feet sitting down into the water in mud. Never gotten wet. I've climbed barbed wire fences in this. I've done all kinds of stuff, just getting out to hunting spots or whatever. And I've never had any issues in feeling though I was restricted from being able to climb over a barbed wire fence. Sitting down was never uncomfortable, nothing. So honestly, absolutely amazing system. Like I said, I've been running this for about 4 years now, and being transparent, I am not sponsored by Sitka in any manner. The reason that I own the Boreal system is I'm a veteran, and for those of you veterans that out there that don't know about it, Sitka offers a veteran discount. They offer 40% off. So go on their website, apply, get your veteran discount, get your 40% off, and go check them out. They're great guys. Their customer service is awesome. I've never had any issues in calling them and not getting through to somebody that would take care of me. They've just been outstanding. There is a couple things I want to show you on these once I get them off, kind of the design feature, and then I'm going to give you just a closing remarks of why I think Sitka is worth the money over some of the other stuff. Now, I'm not saying that there's not other hunting gear on the market that may be just as warm. I'm not saying that there's not waterproof jackets out there that are going to keep you dry while you're out waterfowl hunting. But sometimes it's the little things that add up. And what I'm getting at is, if you look at the little things on this, generally speaking, like I had on hiking boots just now, wearing these, and I wear hiking boots a lot. If I know I'm gonna be walking distances, because I hate when my feet start sweating. And it's, if I think it's, if it's 5 degrees outside and I want to pack in some boots or something, I can. But generally speaking, I don't. I'll just throw in some hiking boots, or every now and then I will throw in my lacrosse if it gets down below 0. But if you look at the bottom of the pant leg, and you see how thin that is, there's no insulation on that. But if you look up further, there's all your insulation. And the reason they did that was you could tuck this inside of a boot, or on the outside of a boot for that matter. So let's say you want to tuck it on the inside of a boot. Well, basically from right here down, it's super thin, but it's still windproof, it's still waterproof, but it doesn't get super bulky inside of your boots to where it's uncomfortable or you're getting overheated, because we all know throwing on neoprene boots, your feet will start sweating if you're moving a lot. So that's kind of nice. The other thing is, if you want to put it on the outside of a boot, you're not getting, and you step into water or whatever, you're not wetting that down insulation, that synthetic material that's in there. It's not getting all soppy wet and soggy when the water goes up in there. I mean, it's just a simple, you know, silky material that needs to dry out, and then this hard shell. So all your down isn't getting soaking wet when you step into water if they're on the outside of your boots. So that's why they do that. So that's one little thing. The gusseted knees, so when you take a knee, you know, your pants don't ride up. The heavy Cadura on the back end, something that'll last, I mean, this stuff should last a lifetime. If you take care of it, there's no reason why you should need to replace it. That, or unless you like to eat a lot of Twinkies and you outgrow it, okay, maybe you'll need to replace it. But generally speaking, if you're the type of guy that's gonna stay about the same size, there's no reason why this stuff shouldn't last you a lifetime. The jacket is in somewhat of a similar manner. So, like we've seen in the previous picture, there's Cadura on the bottom, Cadura on the bottom of the back. But if you look at the insulation, there's actually no insulation on the bottom edge either. So everything marries up. So if you look, the pants actually come up high enough that that insulation of the pants overlaps just a tad with the jacket. And then this prevents your jacket, when you're sitting down, from getting the down insulation wet. If water were to seep underneath that, you know, if you're sitting in a puddle or something like that, your down and your synthetic material in here is not getting sopping wet and soaking wet. You know, so it's little things like that. It's the rubber cuffs. It's the gusseted pockets so that you can throw a shotgun, box of shotgun shells in here. It's the, hey, I don't need to wear a lanyard around my neck. I can tie them off to here, tuck them in the pocket. I'm not losing my lanyard. When I'm ready to go hunting and I know it's late season, I put everything on my lanyard right on here, throw my jacket on, throw my bibs on, I'm ready to go, grab my bag, and you know, you're out. It's just little stuff like that, guys, that I think, you know, the waterproof pockets. You know, this also, there's also a cinch on the back of the hood I didn't go over earlier, that'll pull tight and kind of pull it tight around your eyes, the eye area over here, so the wind's not cutting into your face. Little things like that. So yeah, I'm gonna tell you, is it worth 1,300 bucks? I think so. Don't go refinance your house for it, but we spent 1,700 bucks on nice semi-automatic, you know, shotguns. I get it, those shotguns will last us a lifetime, but there's nothing like being miserable out in the field. And I think we all can say that we've all been miserable out in the field. So would I have bought this not knowing what I know now for $1,300? The answer is probably no. I would not have went out and spent $1,300, had somebody not put this in my hand and said, check this out, go try it out, use it. If you like it, give me 1,300 bucks. I would have then probably given them 1,300 bucks. The reason I bought it was because I got the veteran discount. So I got 40% off. I was able to buy this for much cheaper. I can't do the math in my head, but you know, if you're 650 bucks, you're probably 380 bucks roughly for the jacket, 380 bucks for that. So you're looking at 700 bucks roughly. I'm just shooting from the hip here, for the pants and the jacket combo. In that situation, all day long. You know, these good hunting jackets that you get at Cabela's, you know, the generic ones and whatnot, you're still gonna spend 200 bucks. So why not spend the extra 150 if you're a veteran? I think, I don't know if they do it for, I know they do it for guides, guide services and whatnot. I don't know if they do it for police and EMS, but it's worth a call. Give them, you know, give them a shout, see if that's something that they do. But for the 40% discount, yes. If you don't qualify for that, and you got 1,300 bucks and you want to buy something that'll last you a long time, is going to keep you extremely warm in the field, it's going to be extremely comfortable, you're not going to feel super bulky, you're not going to feel like the kid on Christmas Story walking to school, this stuff is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I feel like I'm wearing just a regular thin hunting jacket, hunting pants, and it's 5 degrees outside and I'm staying warm. It's absolutely crazy. So I highly recommend going out and buying them. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys like this video, you liked the content, do me a favor, please hit the subscribe button. It'd be much appreciated. We've got more reviews to come on this gear, so stand by and we'll see you next time. Take care.